Hey, all this week, in fact, for the next 4 weeks, we're talking about how not to get lost, and specifically how not to get lost financially. We said this week in the series opening that Jesus talked a lot about money. So in the next 4 weeks, we're going to look at what Jesus said about money, because he talked more about that than he did heaven or hell. He talked more about that than actually how to be saved, how to come into salvation. Why? Because what we do with our resources and what it does to us is probably the number one competitor to what we do with God. That's why Jesus said, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And so if my treasure is completely wrapped up around stuff, there's going to be a problem. Now, the deal is this. God's not trying to get your stuff. God just doesn't want your stuff to get you. But when it does, we're under the influence of stuff. We're under the influence of resources. So Jesus said, the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. No, he didn't say that money is the root of all kinds of evil. He says the love of money. In other words, being under the influence of money is the root of all kinds of evil. When you and I don't have a good navigation system, a way of kind of charting our financial life, we're gonna get lost. So over the next 4 weeks, we're going to be looking at LOST. We're going to be looking at how God sees stuff, how God sees possessions and things. We're going to look at that because we want to get God's perspective on that. That goes back to the principle I just said. When I can see how I look, when I can see stuff, things as God sees them, because of my relationship with him, I'm going to be more likely to do as God desires. So we're going to L, look at the way God sees stuff. We're going to O, overcome culture's grip of greed. We're going to LOS, strengthen our posture of contentment. LOST, we're going to transform what I do as a reflection of my love for God, my worship for God. Transform what I do into an expression of my worship for God, or how I see God. When I can do those things, LOST, I won't get LOST. I won't get lost. So join us this week. Join me tomorrow as I can unpack that a little bit more. Invite someone to join us. Why? Because in the world we live in, it's easy to get lost because of the way I see the world, the way I see things, because of the grip of greed that can come over my spirit, because I can never seem to be content, because how I live is an expression of what I believe, and what I believe is not deeply enough that God's got a better plan than I do. So instead of doing things in the way that seems right to you, what if we could begin to do things the way God says it could be done, should be done? If we could do that, we would not get lost financially. I hope you'll join us. Hope you invite a friend. God bless you. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow.